So we've got a enclosed map. Britons versus Koreans. Oh, Koreans should be great here because Koreans, they have cheaper wood units, which means cheaper skirmishers. They also get free armor upgrades in the skirmishers. Also, war wagons are super tanky for pierce armor and HP. So, I think you're thinking, okay, war wagon, epic. Skirmisher, epic. You kind of just can do those things. Of course, Britons can make their own skirmishers with extra range, which can be pretty strong. But I would say that that would be sort of what we want to do. But we're going to focus a little bit more on the mechanical stuff here because this is 900 elo. And so the matchup, not really as important. Okay. So we've got enclosed, which means that the wood is all safe. But if you get stuck in your map, you kind of die. So you have to make military. And all the gold is on the outside as well. And the stone. So you kind of have to make military. You can't wall on this. So, yeah, if you don't have military, you kind of die. And because the opponent will just keep you inside. And then you're suddenly floating 4,000 wood and you can't really do anything with it. So we got to keep that idle TC from happening here. Opponent has done a good job, but we're on 38. So that's like almost 2 villagers at this point. Yeah, here we go. How's the scouting? Okay, nice scouting. Just finding all the stuff. Very good. And, oh, we're going to idle the TC a little bit more because we don't have the food. That's why we like to take the elephant underneath the TC. If we take it further from the TC, then you can't really force drop, and then you end up idling more. So it's like a minute, and it just keeps going here. Just keeps going. So that's definitely one thing if you want to improve, is just to really make sure that you have your select all TC hotkey going and create villager hotkey going at all times. Oh, stealing some water buffaloes. All right, stealing from the Britons. That's good. Britons do collect them faster, so if you can take those away, then it's gonna be good. But of course, we're down 3 bills, so it's not optimal. Actually, more than 3 bills at this point. And the opponent's doing a really good job with this Dark Age, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky here, I would say. Okay, so let's see, how much res have we lost, actually? Like, look at this. The opponent has an additional almost 400 resources, 350 resources, just from not idling the TC, and that's at this stage, too. That's gonna get exponentially worse. Really practice luring under TC. Yeah. You shoot it with 1 vil, bring it to the other side of the TC, and then kill it under the TC. No need to rush killing it. You're kind of rushing killing the elephants on the outside. But yeah, underneath so that you can force drop and your vils don't have to move to force drop the food. It's really strong. It'll help you keep the TC running as well if you don't have the food. Okay, so we're gonna be up here. And what's the plan? As the Koreans, I would say get a barracks, probably make some skirmishers or make some archers. Either one's gonna be pretty good. Britons is going to gold probably right now, I would say, although, yeah, this looks like he should be, going to gold, and then he's gonna make a range and start making archers. That makes a lot of sense here. There's the barracks. So if you get your barracks at exactly 60% to feudal age, it will come up exactly when you reach feudal age. So we're getting it at like 70%, which means it's gonna be a little bit late. You can use that timing to determine if your barracks is late or not. Red has a really clean Dark Age for 930 elo. Yes, I agree. So there's the archery range, and we're going to gold. Okay, we're a little bit late though, so it's like you're gonna be on the back foot. I would say you definitely want to have at least 1 range, maybe even 2. Maybe even 2. So what's the resources looking like here? Yeah, opponent is still like 350 res ahead. Yeah. And did he get Town Watch or something? No Town Watch. I guess, okay, it is like 3 bills. Okay, makes sense. Market? Hello? A market? What is that for? Blacksmith makes more sense so we can get fletching. Market here is like not doing anything for you, actually. Because if you sell the stone, You still can't get to Castle Age if you get the market this early. Definitely Blacksmith for fletching would have been really good. But opponent being sloppy here. Gonna lose 1, maybe even 2. He's gonna lose 2 archers. So if you didn't kill these archers, this was gonna get out of control with the archer count here. So that was really lucky by you. Oh my god, nice play. And there's the blacksmith. So now you can make military and not be super far behind. So that was extremely useful. Oh, housed though. So the range came up. We didn't use it for a few minutes, it seemed, and then also we were housed, so things to keep in mind. You can't wall this map, so it's like, I guess you can try, but you always have to be watching the sides. And this is where outposts can be good, but it's kind of hard to pay attention to. But if you outpost the side that your army isn't, then you have a better time. You keep the army here, you have outposts here. If he comes this way, you just reposition, stuff like that. Anyways. But that's kind of difficult to pay attention to, so this kind of map's probably very difficult on this level. Okay, opponent's making some mistakes with the idle TC now, so that's good for you. And he didn't really attack, so he should have like 8 archers on your gold right now killing you, but he's not. So you are getting a little bit lucky here. The stone walls, amazing. Might as well. There's lots of res if you just stone wall it, but it's still kind of hard to defend because you can't wall. Oh, late double bit axe. So yeah, double bit axe is one upgrade that you really want to get as soon as you reach feudal age, almost 100% of the time. Didn't know you couldn't build in the ring. Ah, yeah. That's one thing. You would never really know that you can't build on this unless you play the map. So there's a few unbuildable terrain in the map, or in the, that can be in the game. And you just kind of have to know. There's even terrain where you can build buildings, and then it's also like water as well. So there's lots of interesting terrain types. Okay, so we have fletching, and we have free armor, so we could go for a little attack, but he's gonna have more. And since the opponent was up earlier, and he's Britons, his ranges work faster, we would probably want to be adding in skirmishers. Because, yeah, well, he's just gonna have more than you. Unless he just makes big mistakes. But now the opponent's coming. If we just keep the skirms working, or keep the ranges working on skirms, it'll be okay though. We need like 2 skirms, even just 1 production cycle of skirms from both ranges, just 2 skirms, and we're fine. But we want to convert the resources into military, because resources in the bank do nothing. Military on the field, potentially do nothing at this level, but could do something. So we'll see what happens. Would you recommend just going straight skirms in a situation like this after scouting double range? Yeah, if your opponent has double range, you can go just straight skirms. Especially as Britons, you'll never catch up. So yeah, just run. Skirms coming in. Okay, nice. Very good. But, yeah, of course, he just has more, so just run. Just run. No need to try and kite back. Just run. Just run. Oh, skirm's being rallied forward. Oh, no. And now he's on the gold. Uh-oh. So, this could have been avoided by keeping the range running at all times. So, when you make production facilities, generally you want to keep them running. It doesn't really apply to the barracks in this game, because the barracks unit's kind of garbage, but it's like, if you make an archery range, if you make 2 archery range, you kind of want to keep it running at all times when possible. Until you're full walled. Like, and then you full wall, and then you go up to Castle Age, but this map you can't really full wall, so you just got to keep it running. Eventually, you'll have enough res to go up, but you just keep those buildings running. Make sure not to get housed. Keep the TC running, and go for an attack at some point. You'll either have as many units as the opponent or more. If you always keep the ranges running, and you always keep the TC running, and you never get housed, you will always have at least as many units as the opponent. If the opponent messed up, you have more. You just win the game. Very good way to play. Yeah, it's not even just the free armor, it's the cheaper cost as well. You save, what, like 4 wood per guy? It adds up. Actually, it's a bit more than 4. I can't even remember what it is. They're nice and cheap, though, for Koreans. And opponent's going to be up first. Makes sense, because look at the Vil count. We just idled the TC way too much, right? But you're going to be able to maybe do some damage here if we just wake up. There we go. Nice. So in this situation, you don't really want to be focus firing. Yeah, you can focus fire the skirms, but the archers, they die to only 6 shots from the skirms. I think it's 6 shots. Maybe it's, actually, how much do they do? Yeah, they do +3, so 6. Yeah, it's 6 shots if he has armor. So you want to be, you don't want to use all of your guys to focus fire. Okay, I guess you had around enough, but anyways. It's not really important to point out at this level. Okay, do you have, you kind of know he has farms up here, so it's probably a good idea to go up here, right? And, what did we just spend all the res on? Did you click up? Oh, you clicked up, okay, yeah, I see. Oh man, if you just pay attention up here, this is really strong though, because remember, as I said, on this map, the gold is all on the outside. So if you lose control of the front, you don't have gold access. Well, what is Britain's gonna do? He's gonna be up, and he's gonna be like, well, I guess I have to use the market now and sell the wood to get the stuff. Now, opponent does have a bunch of archers somewhere. Where are they? Wait, no, he doesn't. That's you with a bunch of archers. Just looking at the wrong side. This is sick. There we go. This is a disaster for red. Absolute disaster. It's because he stopped pumping units, though. It's all coming back to that. He stopped pumping units, and then he lost control. Yeah, just take the hill. Exactly. You win this on the hill. Especially with the archers here. They're doing 1 damage per hit, but they still contribute. Ooh, that one spear, man. It's all good, though. Oh my god, this is so good. And the opponent's not even doing anything. Like, he's chilling in his base, because he can't. He's stuck. So this is kind of how you... This is the ideal situation for enclosed. You want to know about this. So, pro tip, on this map, you make a tower on your gold, on the outside. Because then you have somewhere to kind of go back to. If the opponent has more military than you can go back to the tower. He can't do anything about the tower. And then you don't lose the gold, you don't lose the game. So that's, if you watch high-level players on this map, they pretty much will just get a tower. Even, they'll just get a tower at the start of Feudal Age on the gold, because they know they're going to need it, and it's just going to be very helpful, because you can't wall. So usually, if you move out with your army, that leaves your base vulnerable, because you don't have army at home. So if you just have a tower at home, then it's like, if your opponent also attacks you, you don't die. It's the one reason I love Koreans on this map, free tower upgrades. Yeah! That makes sense. Okay, so we got up. Eco-wise, not the greatest, but at least we have access to gold. So that's good. And we're seeing skirms from the Breton player, but we could just match the skirms, or we could add mangonels here. We don't want to be going archers into that. Okay, also pro tip, crossbowmen train in, what is it, 26 seconds? They train faster than archers, so you want to get the crossbowman upgrade so that your dudes train faster. And obviously, it's just better. Britain skirms produce insanely fast. That's true. The range... Well, they nerfed the range thing, though. It only produces 10% faster now, but it's still really good. So yeah, getting crossbowman upgrade is very key on the archers. It's one of the few upgrades that does that. Actually, I think it's the only like unique unit upgrade that does that. Oh, War Galley as well. War Galley also makes all your ships train a lot faster. Yeah. I think it's just those two, unless I'm missing one. No, Eagles aren't the same. Eagles, they get their train time increased by reaching Castle Age, not based on the Eagle Warrior upgrade. Okay, so he's going full skirms and we're going crossbow into that, so hopefully we see what's wrong here. We need to have a counter to that. Skirms, which are cheaper for Koreans, good counter. Mangonels, which have reduced minimum range for Koreans, also good counter. Pitch in also. Adding a second TC in the initial base feels pretty useless, which is kind of already protected. Yes, yeah, I didn't even notice that. We don't need to protect this area. Of course, if the wood is getting a bit chopped out, it is kind of nice, but, you know, you can get a TC out on the map, right? Like, you can get a TC, say here, on the stone, and there's some wood here. So it's pretty good. I would say that that's pretty good. Siege Workshop, that's necessary. Yeah, oh, wait. I think, yeah. What happened here? I guess, we just went in. Yeah. It's all good, losing this. Well, I mean, we didn't want to lose the skirms, but... It's whatever. It's 35 to 27. Okay, I was off by one number. All right. There we go. Remember, counter just super late. Yeah. I honestly like skirmishers a lot, just because you can micro them a lot better. They're a bit faster than mangonels, but mangonels are very good as well. Like, really either of those counters are good. Obviously, depending on the civ, your counter might be knights or light cav, but not with Koreans. So you have to know the civs a little bit just to figure out what's your best counter. But yeah. Aztecs. Oh yeah, Aztecs actually produce with 11% production speed, so that's better than Britain's. That's so funny. I didn't even clue into that. Oh, we're just throwing away these guys so that we can take the relic. It's a distraction. But, I mean, if we're gonna make these skirms, we should have probably upgraded them. They're not very good when they're not elite, I must say. Mangonel's coming, though, so that's good. Biggest issue so far is LTZ. I agree. The Dark Age was not clean at all. I think if you can do a clean Dark Age like the red player here, with it was only 2 seconds idle TC, we can get that down to 0, really. You're gonna have a lot more success. That's for sure. Close. You don't even care what's in here because your crossbowman will dominate them. It doesn't even matter. Ah, she's dodging it all. Okay, so the university's half built. That means he doesn't have ballistics. That's very good. Oh, nice shot. Really good shot. And you're putting the pressure again. Oh, that Korean minimum range reduction. No other civ's gonna hit that. Oh my god. He's trying to get in the minimum range. You're Koreans. Oh, you can't go like that against Koreans. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Beautiful. Beautiful. He thought he was being so big brain getting in under you, and oh my, and the game is just over. I can't believe this. Well, you used the military more effectively, and that's why you won. The eco management was a little bit of a problem in terms of just idling the TC, but hey, you got the momentum. This Mangonel was a hero. Hero. That's not a word. Hero Mangonel. And we're going to have ballistics just dominate everything. Beautiful. All right. Hopefully that was interesting. Let's take a look at the statistics here. We're still so far behind economically, but man, yeah. Oh, actually 34 APM, so you're going to be able to improve pretty quickly because that's pretty good APM for this level. Like 13 is more normal. He's obviously playing mouse only, the opponent. Yeah. Cool.